questions that I think are good information for the runners to know, but I would love it if some of you would ask your own questions based on the things that you want to know, okay? Starting off, it looks like we got Coach Lary up here first. Coach Lary, it's all yours.
Hi, how everybody doing? I'm Coach Lary. I'm also going to be running the race this week. I am what you would call a sub-elite. So I'm not the fastest guys in the country, but I am hanging right behind those guys. We're going to be looking at running this week 75 minutes, which is hour 15. The biggest thing I guess I should be up here telling you guys is actually about routine. Routine's like the most important thing when you're racing and when you're training. All your training runs should mimic what you plan on doing on race day as far as your long days. So when I get up for a long run, I eat the same thing. I tend to go to bed around the same time. I wake to do the same routine.
Coach Lary, I actually got a question about that. Warm-up. Take us through your warm-up. You went right past that. What do you normally do for your warm-up?
Okay, so yeah, warm-up, for the warm-up, depending on the weather, like this is a cooler race, so it's fine to go out and do a warm-up. My warm-up is usually about 20 minutes, just about 3 miles, and so I go out and do a 3-mile warm-up. I stop, I do my warm-up 40 minutes before the run, before the race starts, so I have 20 minutes between I finish my warm-up and the race starting. That gives me time to do any extra drills I want to do. It also gives me time to use the restroom, take my time, and relax before the race starts.
Okay, so I asked Coach Lary about warm-up. I want to ask you about the night before. You know, a lot of people believe in the pasta, the carb loading ritual. I want to know what you think about that. If that actually helps you, if you've had success with that.
So my name is Alma Padilla. I'm from Corona, California. I do stick with the carbo loading, trying to get pasta, bread, different kinds of carbs in the night before.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Mauro Cavanha. I'm from Brazil. I've done this race on the first edition, where there was that killer hill.
Oh, the killer hill.
Yeah, it was a really fun race, and I'm here I came back here for this edition, which I'm pretty optimistic. I'm actually a pro triathlete, but tomorrow I'm planning to do my personal best in the half marathon, and that will be under 1:15. And yeah. And so we're here to talk about the tips from before the races. And you know, the day before the race or the race day, you cannot do something to win the race, but I'm sure you can do something to lose the race. So just be careful, as Coach Lary said, don't try any different thing, just keep doing your regular stuff, don't try to eat anything different. And yeah, everything's gonna be as you're training, and you should be fine. And what I like to do is wake up 3 hours before the race, try to eat something light. You cannot eat something that will weigh on your stomach before, so try to eat 3 hours before. Or you can, what I also do sometimes is just not eat anything before, like a breakfast, but 15 minutes before the race I will try a gel, and I will try to keep carb loading while I'm racing, so every half an hour I'll try another gel, and on this way I don't have to worry about getting heavy on the food.
That's very interesting. I know I'm spending more time, but you keep bringing up questions. The gel, personally, so you said that sometimes you wouldn't eat a breakfast, but you would have a gel 15 minutes before your race. Have you been able to notice the difference between eating breakfast and just taking that gel before your race? Have it changed your time?
That's kind of tricky, and it's also kind of a psychological thing, because sometimes we think that food will bring us energy, but it will not bring you energy if you eat like too close to the race. So I've tried several times, and I found okay just doing the gel before the race. So it's totally fine. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. I know I asked you a little bit more questions than everybody else. Okay, our next guy. Oh, there you go.
I'm Travis Hobbs. I'm from Santa Clarita, California. I would like to reiterate exactly what they said. I'm a huge believer in routine. About a month out from the race, I start to get up around the time I would need to get up for the race morning. I start to build the routine around aiming at that same goal time. But obviously sometimes life gets in the way. Some people work nights, early mornings, but as close as you can get to building that routine to race day, that's key.
Awesome. Another proponent of the routine, we've been asking about that. Real quickly for you, I kind of want to know your night before too, before you get to your run. What's your normal ritual?
I tend to eat a light pasta dish with, I tend to cut out the dairy a little bit just because it affects my stomach.
What do you do for recovery after, especially, okay, so I realize that tomorrow a lot of people are going to be running their first 13.1. Just hearing what you do for recovery and how you get over the fatigue of a race would help them out.
I remember my first half marathon, which was about 6 months ago, I was really bad the day after, just was like limping, and I didn't expect to be that sore. I think just the icing and kind of like resting your legs and yeah, just a lot of the icing, which helps.
So a big proponent of the icing. Awesome. Any other tips from any of our other elites for recovery?
Yeah, the ice is very important because of the vasoconstriction, and that's one of the biggest things. And as being a triathlete, people will call me like a psychopath, but I also like to doing some extra bike rides and easy swims. That makes your blood pushing, so it's a good thing to recover too. It kind of clean your acid lactic, so that's what works for me.
Awesome. Go ahead.
Oh, movement is huge afterwards. If you just stay stationary for 4 or 5 days afterwards, you're going to be really sore. You're not going to be able to flush out anything that builds up, and you're not going to be able to get that oxygen-rich blood flowing back into the area.
He said music. What about music? I think anybody can answer this one, right?
Anyone listen to music? Do you run with music?
I think music's a good way to keep you motivated. So I like to train with music, but not race with music. So on trains, it's very useful, especially if you need to do treadmill race trains. So I do like music for training, but not on racing. Racing, I'm just focusing on go as fast as I can and just focus on race.
So you on race day,
Although I love the people when they're bands, when we pass through bands and people singing, I love that. That makes me.
Well, that makes me feel good because most of the elites I know just run right by, and but that sounds good.
That's great.
They just look it's like they didn't even see them.
Yeah, it's like a bunch of people cheering, makes goosebumps.
Okay, good. It's nice to know that you guys see that out there. We put in a lot of hard work for that. Okay, hey, I want to say thank you to all of our elites. We appreciate everything that you came to give us as far as the information. Thank you for spending your time to